Masculine Response is Adam. About to go to the gym. I've had a really crazy morning. A lot of stuff flying at me, and I've kind of had a late start of the day. One thing I need in the morning is I need my coffee. And I know it sounds really crazy, but this is the easiest way for me to get coffee and protein early in the morning, and I want to share it with you. Step 1, get a French press. These things sell for like 20 bucks at Starbucks. You can get it right away if you need a rush. Or you can go to Amazon and get it for like 10 bucks. It's totally up to you. And there's really no need. It just needs to be a basic French press. You don't have to go all fancy with it. Alright. Next, just get some ground coffee. I like medium coarse. This is what I use. And you have to really keep in mind though is that it's the amount of the portions that you share in here. So there's Bulletproof Coffee, which is really great. Tom swears by it. So does Jordan. Several people do. I like my coffee a little thick, like a little hair on it, so I put 4 in here. And I really don't know what the proportion size in here. I think it's about a quart, but I put 4 scoops in there usually, and that seems to work pretty good for me. Now I'm pretty blessed to have a water cooler here in the house. So one thing that I do is I use the hot water from this, and you want to just use a little bit of water first. And you're gonna set this in here for about 30 seconds, let it go in, and I'll show you guys what I do. I go ahead and take a little bit of water, so you can see how much is there, how much is there. I swish it around, and I come over here, just put the simple top on top. You get the idea. Okay, now I've waited 30 seconds. I let that water at the bottom brew. And once I go past that, I go ahead and I add the rest of the water pretty much all the way to the top. If you can see here, you can see that there's grounds floating at the top. This is the French press I put on top. Do not press it down, just for the sake, it'll mess up the brewing. You want the coffee grounds to go all around in there. Okay, next up I have the Gold Standard 100% whey vanilla flavored protein powder. What do? I take a scoop of it and I throw it inside the coffee along with a little bit of sea salt. Now, I'm not going to do the step here, but if you go ahead and let the coffee cool in the refrigerator, like so, we'll go ahead and take this over. We're going to put this in the refrigerator. You'll see that I'm going to put the plunger down a little bit. You want the coffee grounds to swirl around. So you want this coffee grounds to swirl around. The more it swirls around, the more it flavors the water, and each little coffee ground gets it. So sometimes it's a little bitter, sometimes it's not. When you boil your water or you make your coffee, you want to have it just about boiling temperature, which is like 200 or 210 degrees. I just let it go ahead, cool off, stop boiling, just where there's a little bit of steam, and that's when I add the water. It seems to make it taste better. If you have a fancy coffee maker, it works too. You can do that as well. But what I do is, I just go ahead, add that to it, and then after it cools down in the refrigerator, I add a little bit of the salt, the Himalayan sea salt, which is actually a little bit of an antioxidant, but I like a little bit of salt in my coffee. Something I learned in Mexico on a trip with my buddy Ryan Ellis. Then I add this scoop of vanilla protein. You can just half or a full scoop depending on how much coffee you have. But I like coffee a lot, so I'm gonna drink that whole thing of coffee today as I go throughout my day. But at least when I'm drinking it and it's an empty calorie, coffee is about 5 calories, guys. And then I add that protein. I'm actually getting my protein, my calories, some of my other stuff to hit my macros throughout the day. Okay, so as you can see, I just have a regular empty glass here, and then I just have my French press with the plunger up. Put this down, and automatically what this does is, it just says, hey, no coffee grounds are gonna get spilled out. So, let's do this. Just pour this right there. I don't fill it up all the way, and you'll see why in a minute. Also, let's do a little product placement here. Gold Standard whey protein. Yeah, this is a full scoop. I'm putting a full scoop in, so I get a full serving of the protein. You'll see the protein is right there. 24 grams, 5.5 BCAAs, 4 grams of glutamine. Okay? So that's the core stuff. Of course, you got calories in there too, but we're not worried about that. It also has 1 gram of like freaking fat. So mix this up as best you can. Hey, guess what? It's looking kind of thick in there. Well, that's not a problem. Just add a little bit more coffee. And just mix this to taste. Again, I did not put any sugar. I put no cream in here. It's just 2 combinations. Cold coffee with some protein. Alright, hey guys, that's about it. I'm going to go ahead, take my beautiful cup of coffee here, head upstairs, do some homework, do some work, and start my day and kill my day. So I hope that helps. See you guys all next time. Masculine Renaissance. Hawoo!